Before we begin today's video, I would just like to take a minute to talk about a crowdfunding campaign I actually feel very strongly about. This is in no way political, and this is in no way sponsored. I am taking this completely under my own volition because I believe in the project that much. It is the first graphic novel in what is hopefully to be an ongoing series called Flying Sparks from #1 best-selling Amazon.com author Jon Del Arroz with amazing looking artwork by Jon Malin, as you can see in this video. It is the story of it is a fun-filled adventure story about what happens when a superhero is dating her city's greatest supervillain. It promises to be a fun time for all ages, and I hope you will enjoy it, and that you'll follow the link in the video description and consider supporting it so that this project will get funded, because the only way we'll see this project full fruition is through the support of readers like you. Jon Del Arroz is a great guy who I talk to pretty much every day on Twitter, and he is putting a lot of passion into this, and as you can see, it looks great. So please, consider checking it out. And now, on with the video. Okay, let's jump right into Web of Spider-Man number 102, Maximum Carnage, Part 6. And good night, there's a lot going on to discover. Everybody's trying to kill everyone else while in front of some abstract art of crowds of people running scared. Just good night. Never a great cover with lots going on. But as we can see, yeah, things have turned to total chaos. Morbius is on the loose. Yeah, that's just what we needed. Because, yeah. And this isn't the wimpy cartoon version that just takes plasma and leaves you fine. Because if there's one thing this story needed, it was vampires. And we see Black Cat is trying to run interference on this group of people and killing, but not doing a very good job. However, they do talk Morbius into joining them, because when you already have a killer alien and a guy with a magic cloak who's ultra angry, out for revenge and bent on killing someone, clearly the thing you need to add to your team that you're trying to keep from killing anyone is a vampire. Peter is alone, but he in the apartment, and he realized that he's missing MJ. Spider-Man is determined to give as good as he gets from now on. Only MJ might have been able to convince me that this new commitment to ruthlessness isn't the right course of action, but she's still off somewhere steaming over the last discussion about my sense of responsibility. And here we have a problem. This is why I think you really need a strong editor, because especially when you're dealing with on any book, editing is so important on books, TV shows, and movies and all of it, but script editing seems to be becoming more and more of a lost art. And this is one of the things that I think convinced some writers that they needed to get rid of the marriage, when really, no, what you need to do is keep it out of the hands of lesser writers, or put it in the hands of people who know who know the character, or or at least have them answering to an editor who will say, nope, 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 nope. Here they have Mary Jane partying away and flirting with guys in a nightclub when the last time we saw her, she was completely bent out of shape over just being worried that Peter wouldn't make it home alive. And they don't show any sort of transition to explain why she would do this. It just sort of happens, and it's all because obviously this writer thinks of Mary Jane as just being a party girl. It doesn't realize that whole party girl hot model thing was, one, her way out of a really bad home life, and two, it was partially a facade to protect herself from coming to emotional harm. Here, it just does this. And then the scene is interrupted by Carnage and his little gang blowing up the nightclub. And again, we see the normally strong, proactive Mary Jane just sort of cowering. She's not telling people to find the exit, not finding the exit herself. She's just cowering in the back there. And then it's Black Cat and her team who figure out what's going on at the nightclub and show up there. And so it's fighting time, it's fighting time, it's fighting time, everyone is fighting. And Mary Jane then gets hit on the head with a piece of the ceiling, which I'm pretty sure if it was real it would have killed her, or given her severe brain damage at the very least. And Venom saves her in the most disgusting way possible. This one's a keeper. Once we clean her up a little, don't bother to thank us, Miss Parker. No. Just tell Petey we're even with him for rescuing our ex-wife. I think in most situations you'd be even with him. I would have thought you wouldn't be even with him until you killed his wife, since most situations I don't think you want the ex-wife saved. And some idiot is stupid enough to be standing there with a video camera and a bright light and gets eaten by Carnage. I don't know what to say about that. Other than, if at this point in the rampage you're just standing around taking pictures of Carnage, you are an idiot who deserves everything bad that happens to you. Carnage and Venom are fighting, and finally Spider-Man figures out what's going on and shows up. And he and Black Cat team up on Carnage. Bam! More fighting. And purge the place. And Carnage and his forces finally retreat. And Spider-Man and Mary Jane are reunited. We have to catch those bloodthirsty maniacs. Immediate. MJ? What are you doing here, ma'am? Hiding behind support pillars with the others. Need a lift, gorgeous? More of an ever before, handsome, but we're going straight through the rubble after those wackos. No! There are more innocent bystanders trapped under the collapsed balcony. And you four owe me for the 11th hour save earlier. Let's do it! And now we see why Spider-Man is needed as the leader, and why. And this is something we don't see anymore, which is Spider-Man stepping up into a leadership role. That's the thing most people don't get nowadays, is that Spider-Man is actually one of the more natural leaders. After Captain America, he's probably the most natural leader because of his sense of responsibility and the fact that he puts his foot down on certain things and will not go past a certain point. After Captain America, he is probably the most natural leader there is in the Marvel Universe. And you don't see that in... And because they either keep going back to high school or writing him as a high schooler, even though he's in his 30s, you don't see that in the modern comics, TV shows, or movies. So, that's a fit. And we also see why he can't go dark. And we see, here it comes, and Peter can't even look me in the eye. And Mary Jane is still mad that he's going off with everyone else. And Spider-Man seems to be going even more down the dark path, which we know will only end in disaster. This issue was okay. The fight scene was great. The fighting was great. The art was great. But I really don't like what they did with Mary Jane without anything connecting it to what we saw last time. There really needed to be more connecting it, I think, if you wanted to go down this road. I feel like it feels almost like you skipped an issue to get to this point. So, yeah, I give it a 6 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10, I think. Yeah, 6.5 out of 10 sounds about right for this issue. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.